even at the Laver Cup, shouts out to Team World. I say Team World, it's mainly USA, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, they defended their like crown from last year. And yeah, I mean, I did watch bits of that. Again, it was tough to kind of stay in, because it was in Toronto, it was not Toronto, Montreal? Vancouver, sorry.
Yeah.
So Canada. And like the time difference was mad.
Still.
Like, so I remember the evening sessions for us started at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was like, bloody hell.
Quite mad still.
I'm not going to lie to you, I was watching and then falling asleep because it's late.
Yeah.
So, but no, that was good. And I was happy to see like Felix get that win against Gael Monfils, which we were saying, are we going to talk about the...
So I was saying to Eugene, I was like, are we going to talk about this even though we didn't really note it down? So obviously for some of you that may remember or know, during the Laver Cup, there was a match between Monfils and Felix. Yeah. And I think Felix, and then I think between like the break, like Felix was just like frustrated with Monfils.
It's like antics.
Like,
I say antics.
Not antics, but like, you know, he was just like, he was basically saying in French, like, bro, like, we came, like, play properly. Like,
this is an
not,
exhibition.
You know, yeah. And Monfils was like, listen, they called me and said, come and have fun. Because the thing is, I think Monfils was like a replacement. He wasn't like, I think initially, he wasn't like in the part of the main team.
There were a lot of withdrawals.
So there were a lot of withdrawals.
Yeah.
So they called him at the last minute, hey, come through. Do you mind joining? I'm not gonna lie. Personally, I am for Monfils. Like, I get what he's... First of all, at the age of his career, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to take every single tournament, like, seriously. Yeah. You can tell that he's trying to enjoy the last few moments. Like, time is ticking for him in terms of age and in terms of injury. He's a dad now and stuff. And he said what he said. Like, he said, listen, they told me to come and have fun, and that's exactly what I'm going to come and do.
Considered.
I'm trying to find.
You find
I had to pause to you know, to make sure that I'm not too, you know.
Say it with your chest now.
I think Felix reacted that way because of his frustration of his performance this season.
It's a great shout.
It genuinely hit him. I think it was a thing where he hasn't shown at all
how it's been a tough year.
It's been a tough year for him, you know, and it's not like he does interviews that often for us to know what's going on through his mind. I generally think that's the first time we saw how this is like affected him. So I think that is why, compared to every single player that was there, he was taking it very seriously.
It's a great point.
Like, the season is ending and, you know, he want to do like something to make him feel good. I think that's what it was, because I never would. We've never seen Felix like this. Yeah. Felix doesn't even, you know, he plays his game and he goes home and then that's it. Like, he's very, you know, he reminds me a bit of like how Federer acts towards like in public.
He's almost like a robot. Like, it's very regimental. Yeah.
And that's exactly. I've said it so many times. No one is trained as well as Roger Federer. You can see that Felix.
They're actually born the same day, aren't they?
And they're born the same day. Leo King, Leo gang. But yeah, I think that's what it was.
That's a great point.
Random.
That is a great point. It was
very random. What did you think?
Yeah, like, because to me, there was no like right or wrong. Like, we all know, like you said, Gael Monfils is a showman. So it's like, he's always going to have, no matter what event, like, it could be a Grand Slam, it could be a Masters 1000, it could be a 250. Like, he's always going to have that kind of, that's just his personality. Yeah. Similar to Ben Shelton, how we were talking about like the whole not showboating, but celebrating. Like, so with Monfils, like, for me, it was just awkward to kind of see there was like tension. And I didn't like that.
Yeah.
In terms of like when they were on the bench.
Especially with the black players.
This is what I'm saying to you. And like, I think Monfils, I think he felt a bit like, not slighted, but like maybe a bit of a way to say, well, come on, man, like, I know you're someone that kind of looks up to me, not in an arrogant way, but like, yeah, there aren't that many of us. Yeah. Like, so I don't know. Like, it was a tough watch, basically.
It was a tough watch. It definitely was.
But I see both sides. Because like you said, Felix is looking to play his way into some form because he's had a tough year. And I mean, he's had a good Laver. Well, so far his Laver Cup kind of campaign has been pretty good in terms of winning last year.
Yeah.
And he wants to kind of continue that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which he did.
And I think that's why it means a lot to him. And plus, how can I forget? They're playing in Canada.
And that too, the home crowd, like. So exactly, I think for him more than anybody really on that team, like that tournament meant the most.
Yeah.
And rightly so.
100%.
So. Yeah, I just don't know. Like, maybe that doesn't really answer the question. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, for me, overall, I just felt awkward watching it. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wish it never happened, but look, we are where we are.
Hence why we were even hesitating on speaking of that. Should we talk about it? Like, that is how uncomfortable it even made us feel.
But shouts out to Team World again. Like.